guys, Coach Brad here with another tip for your business. And today we're looking at the big kahuna. This is the single most biggest business and life principle that I can ever teach anyone on the face of this earth. It's something that we call above and below the line. It's the first thing you're going to learn with me if you're one of my clients or if I'm working with you or in any context of most self-development. This is where it all starts. If you don't get this one, you will never be successful in business, or for that matter, be successful in life. So let's dive into it. Let's spend a bit of time on this one. Concept's called above and below the line, and it relates to how we make decisions and take actions in life. So the line across the middle here represents something we call the line of choice. As we're going through life, every instant we're making decisions about what we're going to do next. And we always have a choice about whether our decision and the actions that we take or fail to take are above the line or below the line. So what does it all mean? Let's firstly start with below the line. Below the line are three things we call blame, excuses, and denial. So something happens and it has a great impact on us or our business. And the first thing we might do is go, it's so-and-so's fault, or it's the government, or it's my wife, or it's my parents, or whoever. It's someone else's fault. So we're blaming somebody else. Or we might make an excuse. The dog ate my homework, or I didn't have enough time. Enough time is a classic one. We all get the same amount of time. The fact on it is how you spend your time is up to you. So excuses for not getting something done. And then denial. Probably the lowest, worst point of them all is to deny that something is wrong or there's even a problem. Now, we worked with a business owner once and he was losing money hand over fist. And I said to him, so you're going broke, are you? And he said, no, I'm not going broke. We're just not making any profits. Interesting. So blame, excuses, and denial. These are the three things that we say are below the line behavior. And in my estimate, probably around 95% of the population are down here, making excuses, blaming other people for the way things are in their life. It's a disempowering position. And we generally call people down here victims. Maybe you know someone. Maybe you know them really well. Maybe you see them when you look in the mirror first thing in the morning. What the name of the game is we want to play above the line. So let's have a look at it. Above the line. You take ownership for everything that's happening in your life. You become accountable for the results that you're achieving, and you take full responsibility for what's happening in your business and your life. If you want to be successful in business, you must spend the majority of your time up in here. Where you are in life today has happened to you because of decisions that you made or did not make. Don't blame anybody else. Being fully above the line is the first step to really getting some massive results in your business. The people up here are what we call the victors. Now you're probably sitting there going, yep, Brad, I play above the line. Yep, no, I'm pretty good on this one. Well, here's a little test for you to find out. When something does go wrong, well, let me put it to you this way. We've got three domains of time. We've got the past, the present, and the future. So as we look at this here, the domains of time can be split up in that same way. Down here, when something's gone wrong, something's happened, it's in the past. So down here is the past. The line here represents the present, right now. I said to you, at any time in life we're making decisions whether we're going above or below the line. So this is the now. The future is generally up here, above the line. Something's happened. What are we going to do about it? Can you do something about the past? No. The only thing you are ever going to get from the past is lessons and regret. Try not to spend too much time back here. There's nothing you can do about it. The question is, what am I going to do about it going forwards? And the best way to help somebody who is down here in the past, below the line behavior, is ask them future-based questions. How are we going to deal with this? Similarly, we can drive other people around us below the line by the types of questions that we ask. So something goes wrong, it's happened. So who was responsible for this? Immediately, it's unlikely you're going to find someone to take full responsibility. If good, then they're actually playing above the line. Why did this happen? The excuses come out. Using that word why can be really dangerous. Why did you do it that way? Well, because blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, if we've got denial, someone who's taking absolutely no responsibility for anything. So by asking these future-based positive questions, we're able to help people come up above the line, save face to a certain point, save their ego, and give them a pathway to go forwards and make things happen in a better way. Another couple of words to think about this are proact. And if you've read Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the number one habit is be proactive. Proact means go forwards. Pro, forwards, act, take action. Below the line is react. And the thing about react, look at the word. You're going to redo something again. It's probably old past behaviours here that haven't served you in the past and are not going to serve you in the future. So proact and react. Make a choice. Another analogy is if you're like watching a game of sport. Let's say you're watching a game of basketball and you're actually up in the stands and something's gone wrong. You can't actually change the outcome that's happening by being in the stands. The only way you can really participate is get on the court. Take ownership. When you're in a game of sport, this is the only way that you can play. You've got to deal with the now and the future. So what's our plan? So we got the ball now. What's our next strategy? How are we taking ownership, accountability and responsibility for it? What are we going to do that's going to help us win the game? And this is the same in your business. If you want to be successful in your business, this is something you're going to have to work hard on. When you first truly get this principle, it is probably going to mess with your head, because you may have been in the unconscious habit of blaming other people, making excuses and so forth. But now you realize that your life is the way it is because of what the decisions are that you made or failed to make. And for some of you, this might be really hard to accept, but it is a true principle of life. It's one of my gravity principles that I talk about when you're working with me as a client, and something I'm going to work hard to keep you accountable on. So making sure that acknowledging it to start with it, and then go easy on yourself, because for the first month, couple of months, it may take a long time for you to break this habit. And you probably may tend to beat yourself up when you go, oh no, I'm below the line, or whatever it is. Go easy on yourself, but acknowledge that you need to spend all your time up here. Now, is there anyone who lives up here full time? No, it doesn't happen that way. But what you've got to try and do is catch yourself down here and get up here as quickly as possible. Spend as much time up here as you can. As I said, I reckon probably 95% of the population are down here, 5% are up here, and it's generally the people who are most successful within their lives. So making sure that you are constantly clear on where you're heading with all of this is critical. Now the thing about above and below the line also is it's not a big stick for you to go around and beat other people up who are perhaps living down here. That's their decision. Your job is to help them play up here, all right? But it is a big stick to a certain degree for yourself. This is mostly a tool for you to keep yourself above the line and get the best results. And for your team, and if we're doing team workshops, this is going to be the first thing that I teach them, that they have to strive to be above the line, because there is no way anyone can be successful living down here below the line. So hopefully that's been valuable to you. You may want to go back and watch this one a few times to really get it. And as I said, be truly honest with yourself about how you are living, because if you're not getting what you want, then the chances are you're probably spending a fair bit of time down here. In fact, we could probably graph the different areas of your life. So if we were going to say finances and health and relationships, if you've got really healthy finances, the chances are you're playing way above the line. If you've got bad finances, chances are you're playing way down below the line. What about your health? Same thing. If your health is really good, you're probably playing up here. If you're not down here, relationships. And your business. If your business isn't going so well, there's a fair chance you're spending a fair bit of time down here. But be honest with yourself. So hopefully that's been of value to you. Feel free to talk to me more about it. I will be working with you on this to help you understand it to a greater detail, and look forward to helping you enjoy above and below the line and really get some massive results. Thanks for watching.